Hello there and welcome back to the final part of this Season 1, the career mode with Keymer and Hassocks. I'm just showing you the league table here, just to confirm what I was talking about in the previous video. We are the champions. We have been promoted to the Mid-Sussex Football League Division 9. 16 games played, we've won 11, drawn 5, all nil-nils. We have gone the season undefeated. 29 goals scored, with 6 of them being against Fairhope, 8 against. Goal difference of 21 and 38 points. So this is just going to be a roundup of the year, talking about the highs, the lows, the goods and the bads, give you an update around the other leagues and cups in England, just so we've all got a clear picture going into the second season. The second screen I'm going to show you here is the finances page. We've pretty much, it's the 1st of June, so I'm going to end the season there really rather than the 1st of July. Just over £44,000 in the budget. We've made a steady increase, as you can see, throughout the course of the year, and I'm expecting that to go into the second year as well. Excuse me, board. As you can see, board are absolutely delighted. Fantastic overall performance in the divisions being a highlight. However, your decision to sign Philip Greatwich is regarded by the fans to be a poor piece of business. Yes, indeed it is. I'm going to talk about some of the good and the bad players as well from this season. This is what we're allowed in staff, by the way. We are allowed another chief scout and another head physio, but I've got one. That's all we need, really. Onto the squad now. I'm going to put them in. I'll put them in position order here. It'd be easier to see. Not much has changed, other than that Michael Yarney, unfortunately, has decided to retire. He retired a few weeks ago. He damaged his spine, I think, about 3-4 months ago, and he released a statement about a month ago on the game saying that he was going to retire at the end of this season. I did ask him to reconsider because I still feel he's got a role to play in the squad. He wasn't exactly a terrible player, but he's decided, nope, I've had enough, I'm off, and so he's retired. He's out of the game. That's him done. Bit of a shame really, but that's just the way it is. This is the new signing here. We got Josh Dexter, who scored a goal in his debut, so he'll be with the club again next season. I'm probably not going to change too much. I mean, the starting 11 here, as you see, is pretty much... my starting 11 and the subs is pretty much what I'll be having into the second season. I've also got Supatman Gratsumi, of course. He will be staying. Harry Donaghy will almost certainly be staying as well, and so will Jackson Ram. So I'll probably add a couple of players, but I won't be looking to release anyone, I don't think, unless they start coming to me and moaning. I'm going to say top 3 players and the best 3 players and the worst 3 players of this season. The best 3 players, in no particular order, I'm literally going to go by average ratings. I do agree with it. It's Carl Beckford, Supatman Gratsumi and Salim Shanoon. Although Josh Dexter's got a high average rating, he's only played 1 game, so I can't really say he's been one of my best players of the season. Certainly the best player in the last game, but certainly not the season. Yeah, Carl Beckford's been fantastic in the middle of the park. His balls into the box have been brilliant. He's had a shit ton of assists as well. Supatman Gratsumi, well, 15 goals in 18-19 appearances says for itself. Although unfortunately his last 5 games, you can see there his rating is 6.5. I don't think he scored in the last 5 or 6 games, so he should have definitely hit over 20 goals. And Salim Shanoon, of course, who, yeah, I can't stop talking about this guy. I mean, 9 goals and 20 appearances, an attacking winger, fantastic player. As for the 3 worst players this season, I don't really want to call them worst players, but certainly underperforming, I'd have to say, is Philip Greatwich is definitely one of them. Although he's made most of his appearances, as you can see, coming off the bench. When he did, he didn't really do anything about it. I'm bringing him on in the 60th, 65th minute because one Gratsumi is unable to find the breakthrough, and I'm thinking, well, hopefully Philip can. And so to make 14 appearances as a sub, 1 as a starting and only score 1 goal was a pretty poor return, really. Another player that hasn't really done brilliantly this season, I'll have to admit, is Simeon Howe. I did bring him in after the start of the season. I have been using him sort of back up as a sort of a cover for when the likes of Michael Everett or Sandro Sanchez are either unfit, injured or banned. But then, 5 starts and 5 appearances from the bench with a return of 6.94 isn't exactly brilliant. And other than that, I can't really point anyone else out. Billy Bishop has got a low rating. I'm not too sure why. He hasn't had many conceded against him. So certainly Philip Greatwich and Simeon Howe have stood out as not being the best players, I would say, in this season. Going at the schedule now, best game and worst game. Well, the worst game is quite clearly, obviously, going to be the it's not showing it here for some unknown reason. It is a bit of a strange one. Is the semi-final away to Buxted, which is, as you can imagine, getting knocked out in the semi-final in the last minute to a penalty. It was pretty galling, to say the least. I did think we could go all the way and possibly and win the cup. I certainly wanted to. One of the performances of the season, I'd probably, to be honest with you, I'd probably have to say, well, looking through these, I don't know really, to be honest with you. I'd probably have to say away to Stones, actually, in the previous round. The 4-0 defeat there was, it was just one of those games where it could have been 5-0, 6-0, something like that. You know, another one that did stood out was the away game against Rotherfield. We were 1-0 down. The team came back pretty strong with two late goals, or two quick goals there, 66 and 69th minute. So I'm going to show you now the rest of, well, not the rest of England because there's so bloody many, but certainly the top 5 or 6 divisions. Premier League here. Get into the stages form. Man City have won the Premier League. Arsenal, Tottenham and Man United all qualify for the Champions League. Liverpool and Chelsea round up the European positions. Stoke in the European Cup as well. I imagine they either won or finished runner-up in the Cup. And the 3 relegated teams are Bournemouth, Sunderland and Aston Villa. The Sky Bet Championship, if we look at that as well, Brighton and Brentford have been given automatic promotion, so good luck to the pair of them, and Blackburn have won it in the playoffs. And if we can scroll down here, Nottingham Forest, Rotherham and Charlton have been relegated to League 1. Showing League 1 quickly, my mouse will work. 4 relegated teams, Fleetwood, Blackpool, Colchester and Bury, whilst Wigan have gone up as champions, 100 points, good, well done for them. Sheffield United and Millwall have been promoted as well. Sky Bet League 2, Plymouth have gone up as champions and they've been promoted alongside Cambridge, Wycombe and AFC Wimbledon. So AFC Wimbledon now in League 1. And the 2 teams relegated, York and Crawley. I wonder if Gateshead have gone up in the National League. They usually go up. Gateshead and Barrow usually go up. Cheltenham have been promoted by the looks of it through the playoffs. And Macclesfield have gone up as champions. And the 4 relegated teams are Bromley, Guiseley, Welling and Altrincham. Show you the cups now if I can. Best way to do that, I think we go through this, don't we? Oh my god, I'm not going to do that. FA. Oh, come on. Don't be silly. No, come on, don't be stupid. FA. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I really don't know what I'm doing here. What is going on with my mouse? There we go. That was easy, wasn't it? Right, Stoke have beaten Bournemouth in the final of the FA Cup. In the Capital One Cup, Arsenal beating West Brom 3-0. In the Community Shield, Chelsea beat Arsenal 2-0. In the Johnston's Paint Trophy, Swindon beat Wigan 3-1. The FA Trophy, Gateshead have beaten Eastleigh 4-0. And the FA Vars, Loughborough University beat Horsham YMCA 3-0. So I'm going to end the video there. This is basically the end of Season 1. Next video will be to talk about how pre-season has gone, if there's been any updates with the squad, who to look out for in the division, any changes like that. So thank you for sticking around for Season 1 and hopefully we can keep the good form going through Season 2 and go undefeated again hopefully and get another promotion. So thank you and goodbye.